Hi, and welcome to the Salesforce for Youth for Christ Basebox Overview video. In this video, we're just going to roughly go over the kind of 10,000 foot view of the Salesforce Basebox, how it's configured. Initially, you're probably looking at this video because you're seeing Salesforce for maybe the first time, or you're just entering the Youth for Christ Basebox initiation, and this will line up really well with the local mapping document that's in the how-to documentation. So if you go to salesforce.yfc.net and then you click on how-to documentation here, there is the YFC USA base box mapping document. So it actually has some nice screenshots of the home page and description of dashboards or tasks, kind of give you a good idea. But we want to create a video for you as well to kind of give an overview of what it looks like right now. So once again, this is going to be an overview video of the YFC Youth for Christ Basebox version 1.0. So as you log in, everything will be branded according to Youth for Christ. There's a global search bar here, but really we just want to show how things are laid out and structured. Over to the right here, you'll see a blue oval, and this is customized per roles. So as you enter Youth for Christ, you want to designate roles for your users. There's a YFC development, YFC data processing, marketing, and then also program staff. So that's really the bone structure and how to associate people to the right profiles and or roles within Salesforce. So YFC development just has pertinent things probably to like an executive director of development. Data processor is going to have much more information. If you are using Click and Pledge, which is the payment processor that's online, integrate with your online donation forms. You can run credit cards and electronic checks right through that platform, and it automatically does all your data entry for you. That is what Click and Pledge is, and they have their own little tab in here as well when they're installed. So I'm going to walk through the data processor tab because that has the most tabs here. Really just the other apps here is what this is called. Just summarize. So if you go to marketing, it's quite a bit less. Program staff, quite a bit less as well. Let's go to data processing. I'll explain the home page. On the home page, I always have this message and alerts. Youth for Christ does have a ticketing system for any support-related issues. You can click there, and it goes to a custom landing page. And if you've been implemented, your chapter will be added to this chapter spreadsheet. You'll be able to submit any issues and or questions. You can ask for support, feature enhancement, and or training right here, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. So let's come back to this page. That's your message and alerts. You can create new items quickly here. You'll see your recent items to the left. You'll see your name. You can upload a picture of yourself if you'd like. You'll see a dashboard. There are two different dashboards created. This is the development dashboard. It has some development related charting. And there's also a data processor dashboard that's created. You'll see your tasks and your calendar. That'll make more sense as you get into Salesforce. But I'll briefly skip over the Click and Pledge information. Basically, Click and Pledge, because this isn't a live organization, this is just our test or development organization. This is the virtual terminal with Click and Pledge, so you can run credit card information right here. C&P reoccurrings is if you set up a monthly donation, it would automatically run there. Temporary contact, that's processing any people that give from your online donation page to make sure it maps up to the right donor record. We'll click on batch data entry. Batch data entry is a way to insert donations as a batch. So if we click new batch, you'd be able to just enter donations and continue to parse through. This page is highly customized in the base box that will look more as to the donation layout. Individuals is tracking individual people. So people records. So husbands and wives do have separate records, as well as you could associate children or anything of that nature. So this is an overview of what this looks like, asking main information, rolling up donation information, contact information. You'll see their donation details, if they have any sort of recurring profiles, if they're related to anyone, if they're affiliated to any organization, activities, notes and attachments, if they're part of any campaign, and then C&P once again is if they have any automatic donation set up through that credit card processing. So that makes sense. And then on top of that, each individual is related to a household. So think of it, it's actually an account. So individuals are related to an account in a household. So you could have multiple individuals. So say for instance my wife or my kids could be listed in here. So it concatenates all the information from the individual records up to the household. So this is where you can track multiple addresses and see what that entire household has given. Maybe people have given separately, or different activities that have done individually. That all concatenates it in this area. Next, I'm going to show you a organization account. Actually, I'll create one because I don't think there's one created in this household, or in this record. So for instance, I would do Fostering LLC. We can call that a business. You can put the phone number in here. Website. Basic information, but this is able to track like brick and mortar type accounts and or organizations. So businesses, churches, foundations, things like that. And then you relate contacts to that. So this is that page layout. Like I said, once again, you can relate contacts here. You can assign actual relationships to here. This would be pertinent for any maybe staff relationships that you're relating, as well as donations, recurring donations, activities, notes and attachments. So next we're going to go to the donation tab. We're going to show you what that donation layout looks like. There are a few different types of donations where you can track grants, in-kind. I believe there's also a stock tracking that you can track, but this is just a normal donation object. So real basic information, but account name, designation, subdesignation, staff association, if they relate a staff to a gift. Basic information here, receipting, methodology. Within the base box there are electronic receipts automatically set up based on the individual's preferred receipt type. So that actually automatically can set up a template and mass email or email per donations, which is really nice. You can also clone a gift or split it right on this record as well. Next I'm going to show you the staff object. We don't have any staff in here yet, so I'll create one. So this is to track your individual staff right within Salesforce. So we'll hit save. And then when you create a staff record, what you're able to do is link opportunity records or donation records, same thing as opportunities in Salesforce, to their page and be able to see how much money they've raised. You're also able to create relationships. Great to do for mailing lists and or people that haven't actually given to that staff person, and see who's connected to who. As well as staff could track their events and activities, maybe fundraising efforts or touch points that they've done within this record as well. So it's a way to concatenate information. It's also good to know any active staff will get mapped out to your online giving page so that people can designate gifts to those staff. Reports, we have quite a few reports set up within the YFC Basebox. You'll see all these folders that say YFC here, marketing, program staff, based on those roles, as well as quite a few development reports that have come from the National Development Office as far as activity tracking, different monthly gifts, weekly activities that you can do. It's really great development type practices that are already embedded. Next I'm going to show you campaigns. Campaigns is a way that Salesforce, similar to Campaign or Appeal, maybe in Razor's Edge or your legacy system. What that does, it rolls up information. So maybe this would be golf. And we can call it, we can change these as well. I'll just say other, it's in progress. We can hit save. And then per that campaign, we can relate donations again. Up to this campaign, you can track ROI, you can track how many people responded, things of that nature. And then last but not least is the YFC training page. So same thing that you would go out to salesforce.yfc.net is embedded right within your Salesforce org. So if you want to look at different training videos, say you wanted the data processor videos, there's some batch data entry, this video will be on there as well. Gift receipting, all of those, and we're working on turning this to a track. different how-to documentation. You can fill out that support request form there as well, and you know, any up-to-date information. So that's embedded right in Salesforce, nice and handy to find. So that is a overview of the Youth for Christ Basebox, and certainly there's probably a lot more questions that you'll have, but we want to do this just as a video for you to be able to see and to what to expect as you're rolling in to Salesforce. Thanks for your time. Please let us know if you have any questions.